Computer Studies organizes an add-on course on awareness of financial statement. Now, today's topic is mutual fund. In next minutes, I'm going to share you my screen. Hello everyone. Best greetings of the season. Apart from our routine courses, in this series of extracurricular series of awareness of financial statement, which in a way actually is linked to our education as well, carries a very significant importance in our life. So far in this series, the various topics related to financial literacy are talked upon, along with lot many options of savings. So while saving, always one need to take care of inflation and keep in mind power of compounding so that the value of your money remains same or high for longer period. Once again, hello to everyone. I am Dr. Aparna Deshmukh. In next 40 minutes, I shall be taking you through such type of investments tool, that is mutual fund. With this tool, if properly planned, you can be certain of completing all your bucket list as well as counter the inflation. So let's look into this very much important saving aspects in the series of awareness of financial investments. So today's agenda of mutual fund is why invest, some key concepts, inflation, interest, power of compounding, liquidity, asset allocation model, risk versus rewards, different investment options, concepts of mutual fund, different types of mutual funds, investor cycle, mutual fund execution, and hygiene factors and regulations, and the summary. Moving ahead, in our series of awareness of financial statement investments, according to me, this is one of the strongest saving tool ever I come across. No doubt, there are various high, low risk opportunities as well. But with divided risk and united efforts, if you wish to get highest return, then this session is completely for you. In this series, we shall try to cover the maximum possible content of mutual funds, types of mutual funds, the effect of inflation, and the magical power of compounding, which I said earlier can help to keep the investment inflation proof. So, what actually the mutual fund is? Instead of going into big jargons, let's try to have simplistic view right from the name mutual fund. The name itself suggests that it is the fund of mutually agreed people for certain goal. When I say certain goals, which actually in today's youth language can be termed as bucket list or laundry list. After completion of our education, there are 4 vital turning points in our life. Rather than talking, let's have picturesque view for easiness of understanding. All shall agree that early young age, wherein the dreams and confidence is such a high that everyone feel like kar lo duniya muthi mein. And necessity is one, high and bike, few bucks of saving and the insurance, that's it. As the time passed by with increase in earning and experience, list is expanded for having decent house, good four-wheeler, and want to save money as well as tax. And that's where the tax saving scheme comes in picture. Third stage, that is early middle age, by this time all gains realistic view of life and wish to have more discipline because major desires are either accomplished or in line. Then everyone wish to have more returns from same money and ready to take some risk. And this is point of wealth building which takes you towards equity investment of funds which has high risk but high gain as well, and on for retirement planning which makes you to think of debt funds. Friends, hope you have heard carefully. Then you must have heard words like tax saving, wealth building, equity saving, debt funds. So let's move into look in all these options one by one. Same picture is shown in accounting language of assets and liabilities because bucket list is nothing but in a way is wishful liability and solution to achieve those goals. As said, there is always risk involved in everything we do, even in investment as well. As an individual, sometimes we not be able to understand the risk. Actually, every word of spelling risk has a deep meaning and we shall try and understand coming slides. At present, let's look at effect of inflation and power of compounding. Let's try to understand in a simplistic way the effect of inflation. Just to have a better understanding, we would consider one example. It is explained in 3 columns. All would agree that at present a good quality milk costs 50 rupees a liter and assume that you have 1500 rupees with you. So, as on today, one can buy 30 liters milk with the same 1500 rupees. Now, second scenario in second column assumes that inflation rate, that is price on account of increased overhead, market cost, etc. is 5% per year and you prefer to keep rupees 1500 in locker. So even after 10 years, your 1500 rupees will remain 1500 but milk cost will go up at rate of 5% to 81 rupees from 50 rupees. So after 10 years, with same money, you shall be able to buy 18.5 liters of milk, almost 63% less quantity. Now in third scenario, assuming same inflation rate, but you prefer to invest your money in some tool which shall have you to get 8% returns. So after 10 years, even milk shall cost 81 rupees a liter. At the same time, your 1500 rupees which are invested would become rupees more than 3000. With this increased money, you would be able to buy 33% more milk than you were buying 10 years before. What it means? If you invest in proper investment tool, then not only it helps you to counter inflation, but helps you to earn more. Why earn more? Simple, because of its power of compounding. Let's take another example of power of compounding, that is of Ramesh and Suresh. Ramesh and Suresh were investing 20,000 rupees per year, wherein Ramesh invested in such a tool which helped him to counter inflation as well as accumulate some money, let's say interest. This accumulated money was reinvested, but all this was with calculated risk. Now in case of Suresh, he being conservative didn't took any risk and preferred to use such investment tool which gave him 3.5% returns. After 10 years along with principal and interest on earned interest, Ramesh shall get rupees more than 3 lakh and at 10% returns and that of Suresh shall get only more than rupees 2 lakh. So, power of compounding can be achieved only by investing in such a tool which helps to get more returns. But for that, one need to start investing well in time. Even the great scientist Albert Einstein also once said that compounding interest is the greatest mathematical discovery of all time. Therefore, to realize the power of compounding, one need to invest early, regularly, and long term. That is how it helps you throughout the lifespan till retirement. So far, we have seen the power of compounding and the importance of the proper investor to counter the inflation. But now the point comes that which investment one should choose. There are various options which are available. For example, if we classify on the basis of assets, then physical and financial are the two aspects. Physical means the gold, real estate, etc. And the financial means the post office, FDs and the mutual funds. So, in the case in terms of availability of funds, when you are in need that is liquidity from the available options of the investment. For example, in real estate, the liquidity is very low. That is, when you are in need of some money, you cannot get it from your purchased property unless you sell it off with generally longer time. But in case of gold, you have some liquidity by selling partial gold equal to your requirement, but still it would take more time and would depend on market rates. The third option of the liquidity, where you can have high liquidity ratio such as reserve cash or stocks and mutual funds. So from this, we can certainly say that mutual fund is the best available option of investment which gives you flexibility as well as high liquidity. But obviously, there are some risks which are involved in every time of investments. All the options of the investment based on asset class and liquidity carry some risk with them. For example, high volatility share market investment has a high risk which may sometimes give very high returns as well. So is not in the case of low risk, there the money may be safe but the return may not be up to the expectation. However, the investment like mutual funds cover the both, that is moderate risk and returns. But what the actual risk is? Let's take example of real life. Similar type of risk is involved if the investment is done with half knowledge. Let's see what it is. So, what that risk means, robust analysis is not done, that is pros and cons are not weighed properly along with individual investors, inability to diversify because of lesser resources and maybe lesser awareness which may subject to you to misunderstanding the real risk and other financial impact on investment. All this is only because of if investors do not have proper knowledge of subject and does not remain alert all time. So what can be probable solution? Just think that if you all this expertise with you, then it would be different scenario. So getting those expertise is nothing but coming together to help each other to achieve common goal, which is nothing the pool of investment. Such each pool of money is called mutual fund schemes. It is simple. Such common efforts helps in earning income or building wealth by utilizing knowledge and experience of professionals, which in a simple language, the economic of scale. So what is mutual fund, friends? Mutual fund is a mechanism for pooling the resources by issuing units to the investors and investing funds in securities in accordance with objectives as disclosed in offer document. Investment in securities are spread across a wide cross-section of industries and sectors, and thus the risk is reduced. Diversification reduces the risk because all stocks may not move in the same direction in the same proportion at the same time. Mutual fund issues units to the investors in accordance with the quantum of money invested by them. Investors of mutual funds are known as unit holders. The profit or losses are shared by the investors in proportion to their investments. The mutual funds normally come out with a number of schemes with different investment objectives which are launched from time to time. A mutual fund is required to be registered with SEBI, that is Security and Exchange Board of India, which regulates securities market before it can collect fund from the public. It is just like a numerous students getting admission into the college and intern colleges are affiliated with the university. In this case, students are investors, colleges are like various mutual fund schemes, wherein as per your like, you take the admission and universities are like SEBI. Let's move ahead. This is how the typical investment cycle shall look like. And it is one of the example of investment. It is shown in this cycle where investors are pulling the money with the fund manager are investing the securities and it generates the returns and again pass back to the investors. I hope this cycle is clear to everyone. Now, how is a mutual fund set up? A mutual fund is set up in the form of trust which has sponsors, trustees, asset management company, and the custodian. The trust is established by the sponsor or more than one sponsor who is like a promoter of a company. The trustee of the mutual fund holds its property for the benefit of the unit holders. Asset management company approved by SEBI manages the funds by making investments in various types of securities. Custodian, who is registered with SEBI, holds the securities of various schemes of the fund in its custody. The trustees are vested with the general power of superintendence and the direction over AMC. They monitor the performance and compliance of SEBI regulations by the mutual fund. This is very well explained in the picture, that is the pool of investor, then the pool of professionals come together for common goals through a legalized mechanism called asset management company, that is sometimes called AMU. Still, the point remains, why one should go for mutual funds as a tool of investment? Because of these simple 5 points. As it is easy to understand, helps to build wealth, wide choice of investment, access to ready investment portfolio from experts as well as the past performance and a certain discipline in investment. And the fifth one is the professional touch in various investment options. So let's move ahead to see what all different options are available in mutual fund investments. On broader basis, mutual funds can be classified into 5 categories in India. They are, now let's see one by one. Mutual funds are based on asset class, investment goals, structure, risk, and the specialization. Now let's have look on various types within asset class type. Here in this class also, on broader basis, it has 4 types. Those are equity funds, debt funds, balanced or hybrid funds, and money market funds. Based on asset class, mutual funds are classified into 4 categories, that is equity fund, debts, hybrid funds, debt funds, which is also known as balanced funds, and last but not the least, money market fund. Here, hybrid fund is also known as balanced fund. Now, let's have a look on the most popular fund, that is equity investment, which is rising of late. This option has the highest potential returns compared to any other available investment options. In simple language, to elaborate this is a fund that invests mainly in stocks. In the Indian context, as per current SEBI regulations, equity fund must invest at least 65% of the scheme asset in equities and equity related instruments. These funds are also called as stock funds, which are classified depending upon company size, investment pattern of holding in portfolio, and geography as well. It can be actively or passively index fund managed. A person having long-term goal, say more than or 5 years horizon, has a capacity to take risk, then it is better to invest in equity funds. It will also give your investment the much needed time to combat market fluctuations. If you are a wannabe investor and wish to have exposure to the share market, then equity funds may be the right option. These funds invest in equity shares of the top performing companies whose risk level is comparatively low. These deep-rooted companies historically proved stable with good returns over a long period. Within equity funds, further can be categorized based on investment and sector one invest in. For example, based on sector and themes, in these investments are focused on a particular sector and the sector fund invests in a particular category such as pharma, oil, FMCG infrastructures, banking, etc. Another category within equity fund is based on market capitalization. For example, large cap companies as well established. Therefore, large cap funds are capable of offering stable return. Those are large cap equity funds. Mid cap equity funds invest in medium sized companies. Mid cap equity funds are not as stable as large cap funds. Mid and small cap funds. These funds invest in both mid cap and small cap funds with high potential to offer high returns. Multi-cap funds. These funds invest in stock across all market capitalizations. The fund managers decides to invest mainly in particular capitalization considering market conditions. Within all categories of mutual funds, equity funds generally deliver the highest returns. On average, equity funds have generated returns in the range of 10% to 12%. The returns fluctuate depending on the market movement and overall economic conditions. Main benefits of equity funds are expert money management, low cost, convenience, diversification, systematic investment, flexibility, and liquidity. The primary benefit of investing in equity fund is that you don't need to worry about choosing stock and sectors to invest. We have gone bit detail in this fund for better understanding. Likewise, debt fund invest in fixed income securities like bond and treasury bills, deposits of various kinds. Hybrid funds provides combination of more than one options, that is combination of stocks, bonds or cash. Money market funds, a open-ended mutual fund, invest in short-term, highly liquidity options such as foreign depositories. Now, based on structure, open-end mutual funds typically do not limit the number of shares they can offer and are bought and sold on demand. When an investor purchases shares in an open-end fund, the fund issues those shares, and when someone sells shares, they are bought by the fund. These funds do not have any issue regarding the time period or the number of units. An investor can trade funds and exit whenever he likes at the current net asset value. This is the reason for the constant changing of its unit capital and new entries and exit. They may also stop taking in the investors due to management or other problems. Similarly, based on structure, there are close-ended mutual funds and interval mutual funds. The list goes long. Explaining each and every type is not practical looking at the time. Hence, we are having bird's eye view. Now, based on investment goals, there are growth funds, tax saving funds, fixed maturity funds, liquidity funds, income funds, aggressive growth funds, capital protection funds, and pension funds. Now, based on asset class and based on risk, there are very low risk funds, low risk funds, and medium risk funds, and high risk funds. The list goes long. Explaining each and every type is not practical looking at time. Hence, we are having bird's eye view. Based on specialization, there are sector funds, funds of funds, international funds, inverse funds, real estate funds, commodity focused stock funds, market neutral funds, index funds, emerging market funds, global funds, asset allocation funds, gift funds. The risk inherent in a mutual fund will largely depend on the specific assets within the fund itself. Thorough study of the mutual fund will ensure the investor have the information they need to properly assess risk. No investment is ever the safest, except maybe in term deposit in a nationalized bank and carries risk within. It is shown in the diagram. So far we have gone through various options of mutual funds, but real question remains how to invest, encash investment or change the scheme, that is switching from one fund to another. Let's see it one by one in graphical self-explanatory flow chart. This slide shows what all steps involved in investment of mutual fund. It decides the goals, that is short term, long term. This shall help to decide the scheme, or if required, one can consult suitable financial advisor, weigh risk versus rewards, capacity to take risk and time horizon. After that, thoroughly check entry, exit load and tax implications. Complete the documentation. Now, in case of redemption, it has also a similar process wherein one need to consider implication, deduction due to exit load and tax impact. Now, changing from one scheme to another scheme in mutual funds parallels called switch. This is possible only with scheme of same fund house. Now, the main point is while investing, redeeming, switching, one need to maintain accuracy of data, that is hygiene factor, else it may result in a loss of money or earnings, profits. Hygiene is equally important for both, that is investor and asset management company. We as an individual are responsible for maintaining data accuracy, that is hygiene of our own money. Likewise, there are some code of ethics, guidelines and norms for intermediaries. An industry body created to promote interest of mutual fund in India called Association of Mutual Fund in India, that is AMFI. Let's look in detail. As said, Association of Mutual Funds in India, it is an industry body created to promote interest of mutual funds in India. All asset management companies in India are the members of AMFI. Now it maintains the high professionals and ethical standards. It has set up AMFI Code of Ethics. Now AMFI guidelines and norms of intermediaries are AGNI. AMFI recommends and promotes best business practices and code of conduct. AMFI interacts with SEBI and represents the Indian mutual fund industry. Now, as discussed, there are factors which we as an individual also need. For example, if nominee is not maintained, then in case of some unwanted or uncalled for situation, then your own invested hard-earned money may not go to the heirs. As well as systematic investment for achieving your goals, that is bucket list, which we initially discussed, monitoring continuously is very much important. Other very important parts such as maintaining correct address, bank details, other electronic data such as mobile number, email ID help you to avoid fraudulent calls and safeguard investments. With ever fast changing life and more volatility due to technology evolution, one need to plan for retirement as well as protect uncertainties of life. Various insurance schemes, pension schemes All these schemes are regulated by IRDA, PFRDA. So all in all, so far in this series, we have seen various investment tools, bucket list, effect of inflation, power of compounding, meaning of risk, various investment options. Therein, our main topic mutual fund, right from definition, working mechanism, types of mutual fund with one detailed elaboration, risk versus rewards hygiene and process of investment. Redemption switching. A small test on this topic shall help to have self-evaluation which shall give you fair idea of how much we understood this investment option. Friends, along with aspirational, cultural and health awareness and literacy financial planning and financial literacy is very much important in life and one must learn, adopt and walk the talk of finance for prosperous life. So, finance literacy in nutshell. Normal people handle finance this way. Income minus expenses, that is few people with no financial control, that is income minus expenses is equal to debt, that is credit cards, loans, borrowing, etc. Now many responsible people handle finance, that is income minus expenses equals to savings. Some disciplined people make income minus saving equals to expenses. Few smart intelligent people make income minus investment equals to expenses, that is high returns mutual funds. So thank you. Be smart and intelligent. Happy investing.